snack. Me and you gonna have a little chat about books. Hi guys! So I am here today to film my Booktubeathon TBR. I'm actually in the middle of doing the TBR takedown this week, but I am planning to dive in on the Booktubeathon as well because I love read-alongs and I find them very, very fun. Also, I think that the Booktubeathon challenges this year are quite fun, so I'm looking forward to it. It is hosted by Ariel from Ariel Bissett. I'll put a link to her channel below. Also, the dates are the 3rd to the 9th of August in 2015, and I believe it just starts at midnight in your time zone. So I'm very, very excited to get in on these because there are 7 different challenges and I want to try and complete them all. Whether it'll happen or not, I'm not sure, but I would like to try, so I'm going to give it a go. The first challenge is to read a book with blue on the cover. For this, I'm going to be reading Death Masks, which is book number 5 in the Dresden Files series by Jim Butcher. I'm really enjoying the series so far. I've read Summer Night last, which is the 4th one, and that one definitely bumped up my feelings towards the series. I felt like that was the best so far, and it was a lot of fun and just very, very cool things happened. So I'm hoping the series continues in that same vein of being really exciting and fun and having these new, fresh ideas on old sort of fairy tale and folklore. That would be really cool if that is how it's going to continue, and an overall storyline is coming into play a bit more now, so I'm very excited about that. So that's my one for blue. Number 2 is to read a book by an author who has the same first letter of their last name as you do. My surname begins with a G, so I'm going to be reading Ruin by John Gwynne because his also begins with a G. This is the 3rd one in the Faithful and the Fallen series, and I'm very excited to get to it at last because I've been wanting to read it ever since I picked it up earlier this month, and it's just a bit of a chunker, but it should be really easy to get through because I always find John Gwynne is very, very readable. Even though it's quite classic in tone, it just feels very, very approachable and easy to get through, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the advancement of the characters and the plot and where it's all going to go because this is the penultimate book, so I'm very excited to try this one out. Challenge number 3 is to read someone else's favourite book. And for this, I'm going to attempt to read all of A Memory of Light. Whether I'll get it all done or not, I don't know, but I'm definitely going to try. And this is by Brandon Sanderson and Robert Jordan. It's the final one in the Wheel of Time series. I'm really, really excited to get onto this one and finish it up. But this one is actually Paul from A Common Touch of Fantasies, one of his all-time favourites. It's one of the only books by him to ever get a perfect score. So I am very excited about this, and I think it'll be a lot of fun, an amazing end to the series, and I'm so, so excited. It should be amazing, I have no doubt. So can't wait to get to that. Challenge number 4 is to read the last book that you acquired, and for me that one is God's War by Cameron Hurley. This one I picked up when I went to the Booktuber meetup in London, which I'll put a link to below as well if you guys haven't checked out my vlog for that. But I picked this up then and I really am looking forward to it. It was recommended to me by Eleanor and Elizabeth, so I have high hopes because both of those people are people I very much trust and admire, and I think it will be a lot of fun. It's not too long, so it should be doable. And yeah, apparently it's got some really interesting ideas surrounding insects being the source of power and food and all sorts of crazy things. So it sounds a bit odd, but it sounds kind of very cool as well. So I'm hoping to really, really like that one. Number 5 is to read an entire book without letting go of it. So obviously I'm choosing a graphic novel for that one. This is part of Neil Gaiman's Sandman series. It's the 3rd one in the series. It's called Dream Country. I've read the first 2, really enjoyed them. Very much looking forward to continuing on with the series. If I like this, I might go further with it, I'm not sure, because I do have all 10 in the series. I don't think that this one will take me very long. It is a graphic novel, it's pretty short. I'm reckoning I could definitely get this done in one sitting or holding it the whole time. It's quite an interesting challenge. Hopefully I can do that with this. I'm sure I will be able to. If I was choosing anything longer, like a normal epic fantasy, it would not be a doable challenge, but I think a graphic novel will be doable, so hopefully I can get that done. Challenge number 6 is to read a book that you really, really want to read, and for me this is going to be The Curious Case of the Clockwork Man, because I'm sure that I have included this in so many TBRs for the last few months and said that I was going to get to it and I didn't get to it, and I don't know why I've been reading other stuff instead of this because I know I'm going to really enjoy this and I know it's going to be great, so I am including this in Booktubeathon. Again, I don't know if I'm going to finish it, but I think it'll be amazing and I'm very much looking forward to continuing on with this series. It's one I've been wanting to read ever since I got the book and finished reading the first one. So yeah, definitely excited to get further with this series, and hopefully I can get through this in Booktubeathon, or at least start it and get a fair way through. And then finally, number 7 in the challenges is to read 7 books in the week. So at the moment I've only showed you guys 6, but I'm going to add in Mort by Terry Pratchett, which is the 4th one in publication order. Very excited about this one because I love Terry Pratchett. I think he's amazing. I think he just writes beautifully, and yeah, I'm sure that this one is going to be good because it revolves around Death, and Death is a character who I just absolutely loved in the first 2 books, so I think this one will be fabulous. I'm sure it will. And these editions are beautiful, so I'm sure I can get this one in as well, and I hope it will be awesome. So, those are all 7 of the books that I'm going to attempt for Booktubeathon. Again, I've got some long ones, I've got some shorter ones. I think I'll get the shorter ones done, but the longer ones might take me a bit more than just Booktubeathon. I would love to hear if you guys are taking part, what you are planning to read, so link me your videos below or just list the books that you're going to be reading. I'd love to hear. Thank you all for watching. If you know anything about any of the books that I've said, then definitely let me know those thoughts, and I will see you all very soon in another video. Bye! Me and you gonna have a little